it's past now.
Yeah. I thought I heard a little something.
No, just a little rumble. We needed that little rain though, man. You know. So no more intro music until I get Just a Thought intro music on the one.
So we got a beatbox. Welcome to the show. Fred Potter. Just a thought. I'm out, Rue.
I'm hungry. Just clowning Fred Potter here. Then Just a Thought podcast.
He said just hungry.
I'm hungry. Remember the Fat Boys, man?
Yeah, I was in the 9th grade when they came out. Fat Boys. Oh, when I got a hold of them, I'll say that.
I saw them live in Miami. It was fun. I went to a trade school called Associated Schools Incorporated. I didn't want to go to college, so I went to a trade school. It was funny because I'd never been, to Miami. And I went there by myself. Got off.
That'd be fun.
I was 18 years old. Yeah, it was fun, but I was going to school. It was a trade school.
How long did you stay?
I was there for a month. It was hands-on training, so you couldn't bullshit.
Right.
I mean, you paid $3,000-$4,000, something like that, for this course, and I was there for like a day, and I met the classmates or whatever. We was in school for like a day, and about 6 ladies asked me to take them to this concert. They had tickets, but they wanted a guy to go with them. Mm-hmm. So I was a guy. So before the concert, these dudes walked up on these 4 or 5 brothers was walking around, walked in front of the one girl, and the girl walked by me. She stood by me like I was supposed to help her, and I was saying to myself, "Oh Lord, please don't have these dudes say something to me." So were you gonna stand by your dude? Something, but they didn't say nothing.
Right.
It's trembling. I was only 18 in Miami. Didn't know nobody. Just met these girls maybe 3 days earlier. Concert was nice, man. It was Houdini, the Fat Boys, the New Edition.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the first time I heard.
If it isn't love,
yeah.
Why does
Yeah, it was cool, man. I mean, the Fat Boys. It was that was kind of a new trend in music.
Right.
There was some more beatbox. Dougie Fresh came out with him. He does it good. So, anyway, going down memory lane with some music, man. That was funny. That was impromptu shit. That's funny shit.
Okay.
It's funny. I caught it. I'm gonna do a gig December. I mean, JB.
JB Smooth.
JB. James Brown Jr.
Oh, you talking about
JB? Yeah, I'll do a few shows. I mean, you just got to have some more diversity in my life. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and take that one. It's gonna be cool because I have 2 on a Saturday, 2 on a Sunday. But the 2 Sundays is gonna be more church people. So I like that. I like the versatility of doing that.
That's what's up.
And he appreciate that. And it's a nice little change. So I'm looking forward to doing that. It's gonna be a while.
You go to church again.
It's not a church. It's not the Ambrosia, but it's gonna be a church. Some church people in the house.
Oh, okay.
So they're gonna understand. Church folks can let loose too. Stop playing.
Fun,
yeah, but some motherfuckers will be scarce. Yeah,
I
don't want to keep it fresh. But again, I'm glad I could use some versatility like that. So it'll be good because I ain't quit comedy. I'm not doing certain shows.
I feel you.
That's all.
I feel you.
So that's something to look forward to, man.
Well, I ain't quit either. So you call me if you want to.
Well, I see what's up, man. If you want to roll with me on that Saturday, I see what he got going on. I don't know. I know he usually has a pretty good lineup as far as it's really nice and tight. So
I don't want to impose on no.
No, man, he'd be off my dime, man. He's cool with that. JB's a good people, man. He's doing good things. That's good for brothers to be doing good things. That's why I'm taking it as well because he's doing something positive and he's keeping it going. On his own.
Yeah, but a show longer than 90 minutes.
And he's not in no kind of agency or whatever. He's doing it on his own. I hear good things as far as he's trying to be.
We got to
on the owner tip as well.
Well, we got to do it because ain't nobody gonna give it to us.
Exactly. So I'm looking forward to that December, which is a few months away. So I got time.
I feel like they're gonna start just like hip hop music. Like people long for the '90s hip hop. When cats were saying something, you could actually understand and
relate. It's funny. Go ahead.
I think it's coming. I think it's like that's coming back. The want and need for that. That's why cats gravitate towards Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and cats like that because they long for that.
And they go away from the knuckleheads, from the people that's just. Right. I just heard a rap song on the way there, talking about going down licking, and I'm like, why you we know what he's saying. We know what you're saying, but it's not appropriate.
Well, I ain't gonna hate on that because we had 2 Live Crew, so
no, this is but 2 Live Crew wasn't on radio stations like that. You had they had edited versions.
Yeah, but you still knew what the fuck they was talking about. But I don't know. I stopped shitting on them for that. We had our shit. We had them.
You pulled 2 Live Crew out your ass.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
But I think that's going to happen. I think it transcends into comedy. I think.
You think so? They want the old school people back?
I think that's why a lot of the clubs is closing because they booking these motherfuckers that just can't hold a crowd.
Well, and so
people won't pay their money. I done proved that people will pay money, good money, if they think they're getting their money's worth with a comedy show. I done did it, proved it. They will pay good fucking money if they feel like they got their money's worth, and that's laughing. And these cats, these entertainment sensations, can't do it, man.
I actually don't know because I haven't been to a comedy show in a while.
I've seen them. I've seen them, man, and it's like
I just know the game's changed a little bit.
You can edit
to where
on the internet. You can't edit.
I always thought comedy is a form of entertainment. You don't go out there to be talked about. You want to get away from some of the stuff that you hear on TV. But, if people want to hear that, if you got a good twist of political shit, maybe they do.
They think
maybe they do, man. I'm not going to knock on another comic for what they do because I don't want to knock me.
Fuck that.
That's just me.
Look, fuck that.
I know I'm old school and I ain't changed what they do.
But they're tricking the audience. The audience assumes that they can do the same as a seasoned comic that's going out there, done the time, and can do an hour. They assume that they've gotten that. And then when they get to the show, these motherfuckers, on the internet, he's hilarious. That's because they can edit on the internet. You ain't editing right here on stage, and you automatically going to the lab. That's the problem. And so I think they get enough of those instances. And
internet comics.
Yeah, I think they get enough of them. Now there's some out there that are actually funny. However, you cannot
hold an audience for an hour
like you can on the fucking internet because you can edit on the internet.
Some of them can, but the game has changed as much as technology as it has on stage as well. So you have so many forums of
but it ain't
they can see a whole show. You know what's fucked up? You can see a whole show of somebody that's been doing comedy for a while, and just, if you don't have writers, it's not very easy unless you have a lot of writing time, which I never really had, unless I take the time away from the family and from my job.
All day was writing for me.
You know what I'm saying? Only time all day for me was when I'm in a hotel doing shit, watching Gilligan's Island and Everybody Hates Chris reruns and shit.
But you walking around,
you had time to write.
At work, you didn't jot nothing
down. Yeah, but writing time, you know what I mean? Like these cats, they have writing nights and shit. They get with other comics, which is cool, but I ain't never did that.
Comics after the show.
I'm a loner, so I never was like that. Never not saying I wouldn't explore that, but I never was in nobody's clique like that.
I think it helped me a lot because I wrote with a group of friends after the shows for the first 6-7 years.
Yeah.
I think everything was real helpful, and we were able to tell each other, "Hey man, this hey, you should drop that. That sucks."
Or help, put a little spice to it or whatever.
We were able to do that with each other, man. Back then,
I was at the case of if it ain't never been broke, I ain't gonna fix it. Because again, I never tried to be anybody but myself. I've never bitten off nobody's shit. We always have the comic mind. You had the same kind of idea, what have you. But my shit was always entertainment, mostly a lot of singing, twisted words, Then lately, I was changing, talking more about family, shit that happened in real life. Art imitating life, just put a little spice to it.
Because exactly. You could tell though, because it have passion.
We was talking about something last week. How when we started the game, how we'd never been with comics that say, "Hey, don't do this joke, don't do that joke."
Right.
I remember last few years that I was really on the road doing my shit, and I'd meet these other comics they was featuring, and I never would say that, but I always wonder, man, are they gonna do any political jokes?
I never wondered.
I hated that shit. Because
wondered.
some would do political jokes and the audience would you could hear the ass puckering and all that. And I'm like, man,
I didn't really care.
But I never said, man, why'd you do that? Or never went to the next show or to the next guy. Hey, do you political joke? No, I never did that.
I wanted the show to be the bomb, but I never cared what they did. If it was because I always looked at it. Because I always talk that shit, saying, well, the hell out of fucking job, you're getting paid for it, make that shit right.
Right.
When it's his turn. So, I never really thought that. So I thought it was when I go up there, if the show is where it needs to be level wise, and he just passing the baton, cool, dope.
Right.
I'll buy you dinner. If I gotta dig myself up out of a hole, then that's what the fuck they paying me extra money for. That's how I always looked at it. So I never was gonna tell a comic, hey man, don't do this.
Never could, man.
Yeah,
I never could. I worked with a couple people that, could you not do that joke? I used to do a joke. Never mind, I ain't gonna do it. But anyway.
I've had a comic hate on me and not know that the club owner was my friend and tell him, don't ever book this comic in front of me again. And I thought he was a dope headliner. And we was hanging out. As a matter of fact, it was one of the best performances and dates and weekends of my whole career. And he, I was like, for real? He was like, yeah, dude. He intimidated by you and shit. I was like, why? He doing good? He was like, I don't know. I was like, that's some fucked up shit. Smiling in my face and yet telling the club owner, don't ever book him with me.
Was he a Weasley little fella?
Yeah, he had been on TV, he had a little show on Discovery, a little punk bitch. He had been doing the shit for a long time before I had. And they're gonna hate on me like
this
that.
Is therapeutic.
And I would have never known it had I not been friends with that club owner. Yeah, about man. I couldn't believe that shit. I was like, that's some old shit. Wow.
Hey man, it's entertainment. There's some people that do some. I mean, just keep your nose clean. That's all. That's all I always say. Keep your nose clean. Everything wearing off.
It don't matter.
You know how
I kept my nose clean. Still,
you still found the booger, didn't you?
Hey, you blow long enough for it to come out.
Well, let's get to a couple of things that happened this week. Just a thought always is going to be just a thought and jest.
What happened this week?
You know what's cool. Of course. We know 45 always says some crazy shit, but this week he disrespected. We'll get into that in a minute, but let's talk about Baltimore for a second as far as what happened this weekend. Now, you can't write this script. He talked badly about Baltimore. We'll expound on that a little bit later, but there's a Javante Davis. I had to stutter and say that twice. Javante Davis. He's a super flyweight. He's a title. He's a title heavy. How
do you go from 45 to the title weight?
Hold on, man. I went from him to flyweight to heavyweight too. You didn't notice that shit, did you? He's a super flyweight. All right. They had a title fight in Baltimore. First title fight they had in over 50 years. Okay. They was talking about Baltimore in such a nice way, and this was before Trump said all this shit. And the fight happened, and Baltimore has a big light on them right now because Trump made himself look stupid by saying that. First, it's a disrespectful fact that Elijah E. Cummings, he's an elder. He's been there for a while. He done seen and done everything. They was talking when he was in Pelosi last week. He came on. He got a walker, Jesus. He came up there with the walker. You see him up there? Did he moonwalk back with that walker?
They got to stop taking pictures, man, because I know what you're talking about. That walker. They were standing. It was Pelosi, him. Nadler, and somebody else, the other dude, the leader of the dude from New York, maybe he's from New York.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
They was all standing. It looked like a Geritol commercial, man. It looked like Cummings. He was standing there with the walk. I'm like, man, these young people looking at
this.
But
that's that old wise man.
They look like an old Scooby Doo game.
That's that old wise man. And he had a good comeback. He didn't stoop to the level. As Michelle used to say, they go low, we go high. No. This man ain't gonna do that.
Fucking problem,
he ain't gonna do that.
That's the fucking problem.
He's not gonna do that.
Man,
why would he do that? That's what he wants you to do. 45 want you to get in that little.
You know what somebody last night said to me? They said Trump is all the stereotypes that they say black people. He got multiple wives. That motherfucker got multiple babies. They on a government welfare system in regards to the handouts that they get from the government. Like this dude is. Fuck that.
He called Cummings a racist, which is fundamentally.
Obama want to say something. He writing op-eds. Nigga, it's too late for you. You could have did something. You could have not gave him the keys to the White House.
Oh, here we go with that shit again. Every time we bring up that shit, you got to pull that out your ass too.
Well, they want to sideline say some shit like backseat driving. And you had your chance to do something about the whole shit. And sit down somewhere. Unless you're gonna go out the streets and march or some and get your hands dirty.
But 45. Let's get back on focus. You sidetracking the fact that he called Cummings a racist. 45 calling him a racist, which
And
is
that's horrible.
which is not even.
See, all they do is
I don't even think a black person could be a racist.
He projecting. That's all.
A racist is a person who shows or feels discrimination or prejudice against people of other races
and act on it
and believes they're superior to other races.
right, but
now
act on it.
Okay,
What
superior.
black person, what black
superior.
person, right.
Superior is a higher ranking status or quality of people,
Right.
aka white people.
Right.
So if you gotta feel superior to another race to be a racist, right?
Right.
So now a black person could be prejudiced. That's being ignorant
absolutely.
of not of the unknown. You don't even know. You just prejudging
Absolutely.
somebody. It
Absolutely.
speaks for itself.
Absolutely.
But 45 don't even know the meaning of the word racist.
He can't
for
spell
one.
it. He can't spell race.
But it's just irritating how he's a bully, and we trying to
He ain't even
tell
a good
kids
bully.
not to be bullies.
I
You know what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
even believe him if he tried to bully me.
And again, we unjust thought. We try to keep it fair. We try to get a man a little bit of leeway, but he puts he puts his several dicks in his mouth every week.
Leeway left long.
Nah, man, nah. On this podcast, we got to keep an open mind. We got to keep
leeway left.
That's why you the devil over there, and I'll be the saint when it comes to certain things.
I'll be it. Here go my tail. Look, check it.
No, I'll be the devil too now.
Leeway
Shit.
left a long time ago. Leeway left when he putting
children in the cages,
separating the families, and because I think part of that is helping the human trafficking. They can't find couple thousand of these kids. That's not on accident. That's not on accident.
Or they found a kid, baby in the river the other day without his internal organs.
See, that's man. We are projectionists as well when it comes to us in our dealings with other countries. We telling them this, that, and you are this, that. We are all that and above.
He actually called Baltimore. No human being should want to live there. Would want to live there. Does this fool realize that Baltimore is part of the United States?
Nah.
He's the president. You have to go fix it.
He can't spell it.
And he's not even.
And that was the simple response. In regards to, so if you think it's so trashy, how can you help us to fix it? You know what I mean? Like, and make it so bad. This how dumb he is. His son-in-law owns
a lot of the property there
that are rat-infested shitholes.
Yeah.
Like he's a projectionist. That's all. Everything he say to you,
and he says
he's doing that shit.
Infested, and a lot of people believe that infested meaning
matter of fact,
black and brown people.
Right. Matter of fact, they said that's what Trump used to do to get people out of his shit, so he could turn them into condominium.
Put
rats in them and all that old shit. Yeah.
It worked for him.
It worked. Yeah. So he recognized it when he see it. So if that's the case, go ahead and give him a call and because the mayor was talking about, he was like, yeah, when I got into office, usually they send you a letter saying, congratulations for being elected mayor. So hopefully we can meet soon so we can see what your needs are in the city and this, that, blah, they fleet. He said he ain't heard from him. He said all they do, and this is across the country, is cut their budgets. He said they're supposed to get $215 million for some stuff that they want to do infrastructure wise. They only got $115 million.
Mm.
He said, and that's not just Baltimore, that's across the country. They doing that everywhere. Now where's this money going?
Oh, you know where it's going. It's going to line in his pockets.
Right.
Doing something. You guys don't like ugly though, because you look at Vegas. Did you see Vegas?
It seemed like he loved it.
You see the grasshoppers in Vegas?
The grasshoppers in Vegas. What do you mean?
Man, the grasshoppers is taking over Vegas, dude.
For real?
Yeah.
What you mean, like some locusts?
Yeah, I'm telling you, lads, and even better get it right. Better get it right.
Don't tell black people that they start going to church.
Gonna get it right. Shit, I'm going Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to do a revival somewhere, brother.
Well, if blood start dropping from the sky, then I'll go within that minute.
That's coming up next, brother. I'm still waiting for the asteroid.
Yeah, I wait for the meteor.
The asteroid came close.
Oh, they said we missed it.
No, it missed us.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, you didn't miss shit. Y'all just didn't want to panic nobody and didn't say shit about it until it passed and
I'm
shit.
telling you, it's going to take us out.
You think they would tell us?
Kaboom! They ain't going to know.
Nah, I'm saying the ones that do know about it, you think they would tell us if a motherfucker gonna hit this planet?
Yo, no, they wouldn't.
They ain't gonna
it ain't
say
like
shit.
They ain't gonna like it's
we
gonna be
be
on
like,
the movie.
why it keep getting darker and shit?
Yeah.
What's that big ass spot. Like, it seemed like it's heading towards us. They'd be like, "Don't worry about that. That's your
it ain't gonna be like Armageddon. Huh? Ain't no Armageddon, huh?
Right? Yeah. They be like, "That's just spots in your eyes."
Ain't gonna be like Deep Impact. Right. Ain't gonna have no time.
That was the first one. Yeah. That was the first one. That was
when Morgan Freeman was the president.
That was directed by a female. Deep Impact.
Morgan Freeman did all right in that one.
Yeah, he did well.
We're gonna keep living. We're gonna keep
Obama
going.
was possible when Morgan Freeman showed up. He was like, "Damn,
life must go on."
Yeah, that was a good movie. He brought up Deep Impact, huh?
Deep Impact.
I knew the director's husband. Yeah. He's a writer, black dude.
Yeah.
A long time ago when I was in Hollywood doing the thing there, you know. I digress.
Deep Impact. Sound like a porno.
Right, it do. It is. Probably is. I bet you. If you Google that shit, it'll probably be called Deep Impacts. Or Deeper Impact. That's part 2.
I gotta drill a little bit more.
Deeper Impact.
Drill a little bit more.
Based on a true story.
For the explosion. Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room?
So,
yeah, so I'm happy for Giovanni Davis. You know, I'm glad that story turned made it to
the Giovanni Davis.
Boxer.
Okay, yeah.
Baltimore. Undefeated.
I didn't see that part of the story.
15,000 people saw that fight. I think it was Saturday night. And I think Trump said this maybe Sunday, I believe. So I think he did that disrespect. I mean, it's amazing to me how he just can't show. I mean, he's never going to say, "Oh, yeah, man, well, we could disagree on it, you know, and move forward." He's going to always talk bad about somebody and say something down to him. That's where it's hard to struggle.
But he's never been told no, and he's never had to say sorry. He's the epitome of all that shit. Never having to do that, never getting disciplined, discipline to him was sending him off to fucking boarding school, which probably made his mind state worse. Because my parents, you know, the whole parental structure and family, he don't give a fuck about that.
He just knows he could get away, he could do anything.
He can do anything he wants. He got money.
Like I said last week, it's like, man, a part of you is like, damn, that's a bad motherfucker. But man, if he used that power for good though,
man,
good versus
evil,
fucking
superhero.
Yeah, man. If he had Obama's, you know, coolness and his vocabulary,
right,
and his savoir-faire, yeah. I mean, we joking, but it's just a thought because, I mean, seriously though, look at what he's doing. He's using his next election to divide and conquer, so to speak.
I wish the news would stop normalizing this behavior and call it what it is.
The news doesn't. Dan
they stayed around calling it what it is.
Dan Le Batard for ESPN Radio, I applaud that man. He basically was letting us know, look, this is bullshit. We got to say something on this radio station as well. If it costs me my job, basically what he's saying, because they front on that. Look at Jamil Hill. She lost her job, with ESPN because she had went head up with this money.
Right.
You know, but she shouldn't have to go down to that level. Look what happens. What you just said earlier, fuck that, go down there, no.
Yeah, but you gonna lose their job. We ain't gonna have no entertainment. They gonna have to buy out if everybody that's worth listening to and that people follow.
You talking about entertainment, Armageddon.
If another motherfucker have enough followers, because that's what's running the world now. If they got enough followers and speak the fuck up, businesses, it's all about the almighty dollar. So if it's all about the almighty dollar, then goddamn it.
There's a lot of his supporters, man. Trust me.
But money talk. A lot of his supporters are broke. The ones that don't support him got money. They got the education. The broke ones don't have any. They broke. Just that. They ain't got no power. Those are the people that follow him, unfortunately.
And it's funny to me. They broke and they think that he's actually helping.
Right. The number one states that have voted for him, Kentucky, all of those southern states, Kentucky and Arkansas, all of them, are the brokest ones in the country, and they support this motherfucker.
He was worse than Baltimore. Baltimore's not that bad.
Compared to Kentucky and Alabama and Mississippi, yeah.
That worse.
Right. Louisiana's number one, I think they said.
Yeah, and there's more Republican voters down there, but he don't say nothing about that though.
Right, but
it's not. But that's not.
Right, that's what I'm saying though. They broke, so money moves shit. They ain't got no power. The ones that got power are the people. The majority that got money are educated, level-headed, those type of people. But the majority unfortunately, that voted for this motherfucker
Don't have shit.
don't got shit.
But they think he's cool.
Right.
And he tells it like it is. Yeah, that's right.
But the thing that I was watching the other day, which reiterates, it's a fear of them not being the majority in 20 years.
I'm always going to say it's a backlash of Obama, period.
It's a combination of that. That and that they're not going to be the majority in 20 years.
Whoever the president is next, it's got a lot of damage control.
I hope they transgendered a transgender Asian acrobat.
What was you saying earlier? You think the LGBTQ plus
the
community
should be standing up
and the plus
right alongside
the plus
black
of
folks.
Shit that ain't been out there yet.
I didn't say they should be LGBTQ everybody. They just say that everybody.
Yeah.
That they need to be standing up with black folks right now.
Because I've said on the past, just a thought that's the most that community's got to be the most understanding to other situations, other people's
and they should
compassionate
be standing,
and what have you.
Everybody jumps on, even my friends. I'm calling my friends out, especially my white friends. They'll put some shit up about the LGBT community up in a minute. One of my friends, she said she got a list of words, pronouns that she's trying to incorporate to abide by their system of what to call people in their community. That's dope. That's dope. Okay, now I need you to apply that same mentality on helping your community to black folks.
Right.
You got black friends too, and I ain't never seen you jump on board a movement faster than you have for the LGBT community. And I've been here out in the open because we can't hide this shit before that. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't. As a gay person, you can hide being gay. You can't hide being black.
Right. And
our problem been in your face.
They leapfrogged over the black people, right?
Our problem been in your face since you've known me. You know what I'm saying?
Leaped over with the compassion. Okay, that's good.
That's good.
But don't forget about
us. Don't forget about it, nigga. Shit. Reach back. Hold your hand back and pull us up.
Just let go.
Right. Don't let go. Damn.
Don't let go when I get there.
They treating us like Titanic. They old girl on the raft.
I won't forget you.
Let me on this motherfucker too.
I won't forget you. Well, so you got a valid point there, brother, because we can't do it alone.
Yeah, we can't. We didn't fight the revolution alone. We didn't. Harriet Tubman didn't do it by herself. She had a little help. You know what I'm saying? She had a little help from her friends and other abolitionists. So just like it takes a village, it takes a community. It takes. And like they were showing, somebody said today, I was watching the news, they said one of the protesters in Puerto Rico, they said, it was like, now check out the most important point in this or whatever, and it was like, so what did you get out of doing all this? Because they ousted old boy. Mm-hmm. And they was like, that as a community, not just Puerto Rico, but as a community, that together we could do anything. And that's where it reverberated. Like Puerto Ricans came out like it was a party.
So did they get him out of there?
Yes, they got his ass up out of there after he said he wasn't leaving. They was like, nah, bye, bro. They quoted this one Puerto Rican lady. And they was like, so what do you think? He was like, nah. After all that, he got to get bye, bro. Nah, bro. They was quoting her ass, nah, bro. He got up out of there, and the lady that followed him. No, dude that followed him or whatever, he resigned almost immediately. And then the lady that was supposed to take it then, she was head of the Puerto Rican hurricane relief. She refused the job today. She was like, fuck all that, because they had a problem with her ass. And so, yeah, Puerto Rico ain't playing. And that's what they don't want here in the States. If we unified like that as a people, man, look at here.
Where would you start? NFL? Like
no. Well, as a people, not just.
You gotta start somewhere though.
The cameras
start with entertainment.
Well,
what would you do? Shut down the entertainment first.
Right, cameras will come out when the entertainment shit hit, and then the people joining the entertainment business. Okay, well then, all right then. If the entertainment business said we ain't entertaining you motherfuckers until some shit change, it would change overnight. You change it. They keep playing repeats on when it's prime time. Shit will change overnight, and the entertainment business know that. They know that.
I just don't see.
Say we going on hiatus for the next month and see what happens. What? You doing what? We can't sell commercials. What? We can't advertise. What? No entertainment. What? No housewives. No desperate somebody. No Atlanta housewives. No what?
Well, you had to put a house.
Right. All the important shit I was naming off. All no what? People will lose their fucking mind.
Yeah.
So let them be uncomfortable, lose their mind, and then they want to figure out what's going on, and then you educate them then. Well, this fucked up shit is happening. If we don't do something about it, we all going to be fucking slaves. So get your ass out the house in front of that TV watching so-and-so, and some real life changes need to happen. We need to all focus on this shit. So fuck that TV and internet and all this and the third, and let's deal with some real life real quick, and we'll be back into your usual scheduled program on Sunday.
And then we wake up.
Right.
It was just a dream. All that shit you said sounds great, man.
Then we wake up.
That was a nice dream, my brother. It could happen. Sorry, man. That sounded good, though, man.
He shot all that shit down.
It sounded good.
I could have said I had a dream after that motherfucker, man. That shit was sounding prolific in my head.
I think those old.
And then you woke up.
I think those old school rules should apply back to today's. Treat each other as you want to be treated. That type of
but
shit.
If you don't know your
Common
history, you don't know that
courtesy.
phrase exists.
Yeah, well, that's true as well, but you would think that should be a rule anyway.
It shouldn't be a rule. It should be something that comes natural.
I also thought, maybe I'm weird on this, but I like when I'm not right on shit because you got to learn. You can't be perfect, not right, like nothing serious shit.
No, it's better to recognize that you are still willing to learn.
Right.
Because you always want to strive to be right.
Yeah, of course. But I don't like to be
I
right
don't like
all the time. I can't be right all the time.
Why you always want to be right all the time? Because I don't want to be wrong. No.
I don't want to be right all the time.
I do want to be right all the time. But I
want to be able to see something on a different angle.
Absolutely, from a different perspective. Exactly. But I do want to strive to be right all the time. I'm not trying to be wrong.
I don't mind saying you right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So somebody's going to be right, but I don't have to be the one that's right. As long as it's not a fucked up situation. Somebody's right. You can be right sometime. Let me be right.
Oh, absolutely.
But I ain't got to be right all the time. If I put it that way, my brother, then you see it a little clearer, don't you?
I want to be right all the time.
Let somebody be right.
You said you ain't got to be right all the time, but I want to be right all the time. It doesn't make necessarily that I will be. I acknowledge that. But I do strive to be right all the time because the more knowledge you have.
Yeah. But there's different levels of rights. Like you could be right against something or someone. So if it's a something, I'd rather be right. But if it's against someone, I don't mind not being right.
Yeah, I could do that.
I'll break it down like that. Break it down, break it down, break it down.
I see where you come from.
So we'll leave it like that. So, but that's just the way. If we go back to those old basic sayings, and I'm sorry, whoop that ass.
Right. And I don't give a fuck.
If you teach these children,
spare the ride, spoil the child.
Spare the ride.
My mama used to say, and I hated her religion, but she used to say, and I don't know why I remember it because it's true. That's why. She used to say, bad association spoils useful habits. And that's true as a motherfucker. Even for a kid. If your kid is associating with bad influences, it will eventually influence them in one way or another. It may be a strong kid and I wasn't a follower, and yet I still managed to, for the most part, I wasn't a follower. You couldn't make me do shit just because you
knew right from wrong.
I see y'all when y'all get back. I'm not doing that shit. Yeah. I was that guy, but even still, every now and then that influence that I do it this one time that could have got me all fucked up. That type of thing.
I stole one time a munch. Over there. There used to be a store over there off of over there by that old St. Lawrence Hospital. There was a store over this now little area occupied by St. Lawrence. I was following somebody. I was with my brothers, and this older guy, and he was a little like 9th grade. I was probably 3rd grade, and I wasn't a good thief, man. I had a damn munch sticking out my pocket, walking past the clerk, and I call the police. You call your mother. Brother, I said, call Aunt Ruby. You call my mother. My mother gave me one of them bathtub beats when I got home. She could have been locked up for that one. But the point being is, I didn't steal no more munches. I learned my lesson.
I was a fucking master thief.
I was a follower. I was a follower.
I was a master thief. Look,
I believe if you steal something, especially something food, I'll get to your master thievery story in a second. If you steal something, like if you steal somebody's money, if you buy food with that food should be sour in your belly.
man,
you should get the shits because I think instant karma.
We was poor than the motherfucker.
So I get
a fucking master
You needed
thief.
the shit.
Look,
I know people that got thousands in their pockets. They still want that 10 in yours.
I was a fucking master thief as a kid. Look, I started stealing in the 7th grade, and I'm gonna tell you how. There was a store called Jest in Kalamazoo by Maple Hill Mall, and one day I was with my mama, and my mama, she devout Jehovah's Witness, a stickler for the rules, and will beat your ass in public. She didn't give a fuck. And and it was all about embarrassment. If you embarrass her, she whooping your ass. You don't care what you did, as long as it ain't embarrassing. You know. So she go do her thing as usual in the store, and you know we all meet back at the checkout lane when it's time for us to go. So I go to my usual spot, the toy section, and I'm doing it.
How old were you?
Doing my youth. I was in the 7th grade, so whatever age it was. Okay. I'm in there doing it. I'm loading up. And all of a sudden I hear, security in aisle 7. And I look, I was in aisle 7. I was the only one in aisle 7. I said, ugh. And so in the beginning of the aisle, at the top of near the ceiling, there was a two-way mirror. And there's a two-way mirror, each aisle going down each aisle. Right. Man, I turned to that mirror and dropped to my knees and said, please, please. And so I demonstrated, I took the toys and shit from inside my pants and put that shit back. I said, I put it back. I'm mouthing these words to the two-way mirror. So I put it back. I said, my mama will kill me, please, please. I got back down on my knees. I said, please, man. I was crying.
Been over this loudspeaker. Will you ever do it again, young man?
I said, please. And so
please.
No one came, and I slowly started walking towards the checkout lane where my mama was. And I'm looking around slowly, trying not to look guilty as shit. And so now I'm in the checkout lane, and it must have been the slowest checkout ever. My mama, now all of a sudden she can't find some change and shit. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die here in the store. Oh my God, where's the change, bitch? You usually can find the shit. You know what everything at, why you can't find it now.
Premeditated
ass. Oh my God, man, it was the longest checkout ever. And then so we finally getting out of the store. I'm all of a sudden helpful now and trying to help my mama, and usually
you're giving yourself away.
And we get out to the car, man. I'm about shitting on myself, looking back like, oh my God, we gonna get caught. She gonna beat me in the public. She gonna beat me in the parking lot. It's hot out here to get beat. Oh my God. We get in the car. I'm in the back seat still sweating. We gonna get away with this shit? Am I gonna get out of here? They gonna run out here and stop the car. Man, before we pull out. If we pull it off, we get to the edge of the drive. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, there ain't no cell phone, so ain't no, right. Jesus, we gonna get out of here. And we got into the street, nigga, it was
better than busting a nut.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I ain't got no way with it. I never stole. I never shoplifted again.
That's what I'm saying.
I had been doing it for years. I had never stopped.
Your story ended better than mine.
I had never
had a bathtub. You got
the idea of my mama. She would have murdered me. She would have murdered me in that stove, dog. She would have. I couldn't have that
over basketball.
Over a toy. Over shoplifting a toy. Embarrassing her, not over the toy. That would cause embarrassment that her child was in the store stealing and shit. Yeah, I would have died, man. I begged for my life. They spared my life, man. I wonder to this day. I wonder who those people were behind that two-way mirror. I wonder to this day. I wonder if they ever see my face and know who I am. That's that kid.
God damn, he's a grown ass man now. Here, you can have that damn toy now.
Like that's that kid. I one day I'm gonna tell the story, and somebody that was there gonna be like, I was the guy. I worked there.
I just never. If it ain't yours, don't take it.
Yeah, I realized it as I got older. I was stealing from a store, so that really didn't mean shit and didn't.
Brinks truck.
But from a person.
Yeah.
Doing it from a person.
A Brinks truck. It happens more often than what people think. The money falls off the back, like it happened in Indianapolis,
right,
around I-70.
I know what you're gonna ask me. I'm keeping it.
Okay, that's totally different because they got insurance for that.
I'm keeping it. They done stole money from black folks before. That's why they got the FDIC. One day our money just came up missing, so I'm just returning the favor.
Got $10,000. They say, Fred, we seen you on the news.
I give
you this $500 back.
Yeah, I'll be like, man, it was $512, man.
Yeah, my bad.
Walk out of there, look like you got an ass transplant.
Is that a boat?
Right. Yeah, you happy to see me. Yeah,
that's a little different, right? That's not stealing.
I'm justifying it. I don't give a fuck. I'm keeping it.
They had a nerve to say we urge you to turn the money, give the money back.
They wouldn't. They would.
They say that and start laughing.
They steal tax money from us. They ain't giving that back. Fuck them. I would. About 10 years ago, I would say that and be like, "Oh yes, all noble and shit." Fuck that. Nope, I'm keeping it.
Well, that's a tough one.
If it belongs to a person, I'll return it.
The way the shit is up now, man. I actually pay more taxes than a billionaire.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
That's crazy.
It's not right.
The dude from Amazon paid nothing on $11 billion. Nothing. That $11 billion never even saw a tax form. It never even saw the same. No thanks.
You would think the haves would give some to the have-nots, and then still have something.
And based on the logic that they can never spend all that money.
No, they try to give it up to the family and do that, and they always fuck up, as we see.
There's somebody who got a bunch of billionaires to sign this pact that they will leave their money to charities when they die, or most, or at least half their money. I think it's for most, and a few billionaires have signed on to this. And then I instantly thought of a movie like motherfuckers taking these cats out so they can get that fund. You know,
talking about like the old Queen Mary house or whatever.
12 of them. They taking them niggas out.
Salvation Army. They put on this coat we just got.
Right, but they're signing this. But then who's in charge of that fund? Who are they distributing? What's the criteria to tap into that fund, which should be well over $1 trillion with all these motherfuckers dying, leaving that money?
Some Jewish guy.
We can fix the world's problem if the military go here and find that $27 trillion they done lost that they can't find.
27 trillion.
Yeah, they lost $27 trillion. They can fix the world's problem.
You don't go around and go, there it is.
Right. But we don't even talk about that. How do you lose $27 trillion? And then don't talk about it. And then say we ain't got the money.
Is it supposed to be in a computer, or are they saying it's actual
money gone? So how you debating and having these debates and shit for president, talking about what you gonna do and where we gonna find the money? The military got it.
They got an IOU right there.
Right.
They got credit right there.
Like that's enough money to fix the world's problems several times over.
It'll solve a lot of shit. It'll fix Michigan streets.
No, 27. You thought I said 27 billion.
No, I know trillion. I understand.
To fix the world's problems.
What's the deficit right now?
11. I thought it was over 20.
I think it's more than 27 trillion.
No, it ain't more than 27 trillion. No.
All right.
I think I will tell you, it's about 20.
Okay, we're going to go ahead.
Between 11 and 20.
We're going to go ahead and use some of this technology that we have here.
I'm going to say it's between 11 and 20.
Between 11 and 20.
Yep.
All right. What is the United States deficit right now?
Here is some information for what is the U.S. deficit now?
22 trillion.
According to NPR, U.S. national debt hits record $22 trillion.
All right, you can shut up now, guys. 22 trillion.
So that
it'll fix us.
27.
Fix us.
Okay.
Where 5 trillion gonna go to?
27
Okay,
trillion.
Puerto Rico. Oh, well, Puerto Rico's part of us, so never mind. We'll put more to them anyway because they've been in the shaft lately.
With the 5 trillion, you can fix some shit up in the United States. You can do some shit.
Well, okay.
You can definitely fix it.
So the 22 is gonna take care of just the deficit. So we getting some more shit from China? We took care of that?
No, if you got 27 trillion and you took care of 22 trillion, Wipe that out.
What is it?
Now-
Who's the deficit to? Owing
everybody,
China,
everybody.
Us. Is reparations included in that?
Right. No, that'd be another 27 trillion.
You get your check.
But
I got my check.
that other 5 trillion can do some
The
shit.
Bob's marking and cash my check. You ain't going to Tulins?
Look, that other 5 trillion can fix everything in the United States.
Infrastructure,
Infrastructure, school,
housing,
the fucking, we can restructure how the government work. We can do all kind of shit.
do more research,
Cancer. We probably find a cure with 5 trillion.
Already got a cure.
Yeah, we just gotta.
Playing. Just a thought. Just a thought. Come on, man. I believe in that money is the root of all evil. It's coming up more for the love of it is the root of all evil.
Money is money. Well, a lot of money is absolute power. Absolute power is corrupt.
It's just amazing how money would just make people go ziggity boom. How I would want to have that much money like that.
I've seen it though. I've seen it with some of my some of my business dealings in entertainment.
I would just be
when I've had movie deals that worth millions of dollars. How some people that was in my crew, how they eyeballs got bigger.
I would just
and tried to get more than what they deserve. I've had that happen to me. So like, and can't believe this shit. I'm looking at them like, this is a one-up. So you gonna fuck up all the opportunities that we have for this one opportunity to fuck everybody over? Like, that don't make sense to me. Like, there's enough for everybody. Why?
Greedy.
Greedy is the money.
People be greedy, man. Like I said, I know motherfuckers that have 1,000 in their right pocket, then they see you have 10, and then they want to steal that.
Yeah, they trying to steal that. Yeah.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
And then and still try to split, that pizza with you. Hey, man, that pizza, they got 10.
Right.
10 on it. Oh, damn, whatever that 10.
Yeah, how my ex-sister-in-law was. She'd steal your rent money and help you look for it. For real. I done seen her do it. She'd be like, it ain't under here. Bitch, it's in your pocket.
She tucked it in the
right, tucked it in there, talking about, wow, and me living with you. And then when it's time to pay rent, they're like, man, what we gonna do? Can you write a check, bitch?
Snoring louder than everybody around.
Right. Right.
Motherfuckers like that sleep well.
Right, sleep well, man. Like, damn, man. Like,
see, they ain't the type of people that you want in your life. That's negativity. But sometimes it could be your family.
Sometimes your life dictates where you can't do nothing but be around them motherfuckers.
And sometimes those people need help like that. We was talking about something like that today. How a dude was sleeping in his van, and instead of dogging him, man, you got to wonder, well, you're blessed. Yeah, you're more blessed. Don't be sitting there belittling this man because somebody called the police on the dude. I've
been homeless before.
It was a brother. It's like, wait a minute, why are you gonna put that man's life in jeopardy because he's sleeping in his van?
I don't judge him.
You ain't supposed to judge
anything.
Nobody.
Can happen, man. I done seen it. I done talked to these people. I done lived with them. And I was there, I had just gotten a divorce, so shit went left when it should have went right, and
I didn't actually see it, so if I would have seen him, I would have walked up there and gave him about $10 or something. Hey man, get you something to eat or something. That's just kind of brother. That's good karma. Yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
No, I'm just saying. I even before I would say and give them stuff and say, hey, that's between them and their God. What they do with it, I know I'm giving it to them from a certain place in my heart. And then when I was homeless, that was that tenfold. And to see and hear people's story is like, some of these people like, that's all? Yeah, that's all that happened, wow. And a lot of them are the same story, and a lot of it is self-esteem. You telling them to go get a job, but all they furniture missing. They got maybe one recliner right here. You don't go to a job interview and smile when all your furniture is missing.
Yeah, some on TV, some on here.
Right. They got a can opener right here and shit. Like,
yeah, literally.
Right.
You do that shit, don't you?
Right. Like, man. And all they need is their furniture replaced, and it gives them a sense of pride. Yeah, now they'll go to that job interview. Now they can get on their feet and get out this homeless shelter. But we are so superficial as a society. We don't even see that. We don't see that sometimes the simple solution is self-esteem.
Self-esteem. It starts with your teeth.
Right, a mistake happened. They got down and out. Yep. Yeah, maybe they did do some drugs because they fucking depressed. This shit happened. Baby. Now they looking, I remember, this is what keeps my head up. When I got out of the homeless shelter, I was, I think I told the story before, but I was getting another cell phone. And one of the guys that was in the shelter with me, I had noticed him, and he was clean. He had a girl with him, a child. I was like, damn, that real came out. I was proud. And he saw me. He was like, yo. And he came up to me and said, hey, man, I remember you the comedian dude that was in the homeless shelter. I was like, yeah, man, what's up? How you doing? You looking good, bro? He was like, yeah, man. He said, man, I'm out of there because of you. I was like, what? He was like, man, you. It's probably, he was like, when you had told us who you was when you was leaving, and he was like, I was paying attention to you. He was like, even though you was up in there, you was still getting shit done. You was doing shit. You was always on your phone and blah, blah, blah. And you said what your plan was, and you did that shit. And you was up out of there. You didn't let that shit stop you.
See how you,
and I done watched some of your videos. Nigga, you funny as a motherfucker.
See how you never know.
He said, if you could do that shit, I could do that shit.
You was putting that shelter for a reason.
Like, yeah. I didn't know he was watching.
That's a funny way to put it.
And he was a quiet dude.
It's the truth.
We spoke every now and then. You could tell he had some shit on his mind.
You keep contact with that brother, too.
Man, look here.
White dude, I'm assuming. It was a white brother.
No, it was a black dude.
Brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a black dude, man.
Cool white brother, too.
Yeah, man. It was that was inspiring like a motherfucker. He was peeping game and shit. I was keeping to myself. And
oh, that's good, though. Sometimes you can't. Your testimony could uplift somebody else. You never know where you at, especially in a homeless shelter, especially somebody down in their dumps.
But see, I knew I was gonna get out of there. I'm a comic. I'm gonna get out of here with a couple gigs. I don't want to ask for help and be here and do what I got to do to get out of the situation. Because I had a big gig coming up from at Stardome in Alabama. That was a whole week. I didn't even take a shower, get myself together, take that paycheck, and get on my feet or whatever. So that's how it worked out. But I had to be there for about 2 months.
Damn.
Yeah, had to be there for about 2 months, man, in Kalamazoo.
I got a gal in Kalamazoo.
Tennis shoes, holes in them and shit.
You have a gal in Kalamazoo?
I was that guy. I had holes in my tennis shoes. And a homeless dude gave me a coat because I came from Arizona. I didn't own a coat. He gave me one of his coats and shit, and so I could stay warm. And he taught me how to survive during the day out in the streets.
I had to bring levity to this story, man, because it's kind of depressing.
But it was my reality.
I know, man, and that's good. Look where you at now.
It's kind of depressing. Hey, but since I've been homeless, I've made 5 movies. Wrote 4 books.
There you go. You're on a weekly podcast now. You still doing it? How's the editing going anyway, bro?
It's going super fantastic. I'm about 55% done. I'm working on some music right now. I'm working on a remix song right now, which is perfect for the movie. It's called Metaphorically Speaking. Dope. Laying down some. I got to go lay down the 3rd verse when I get back to the house. But
are you doing it yourself?
Oh yeah, this is from my album in 07. I got a couple songs on there that's perfect for
updated for this.
Yeah, for the church and so it's pretty liberating. And then I'm expecting some company this weekend, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Nada.
Or your second wave?
Yeah, Nada and this cat from Ohio. Actually, he's from Detroit, but he lives in Ohio. I just got reunited with him, and hopefully we knock some stuff out this weekend, and I can get back into the editing of the film probably the middle of next week and start adding the elements of those songs that we worked on into the movie.
Right.
Because for the most part it's pretty much edited. It's just waiting for the sound to be
all the stuff that you have to dot.
Yeah, our scene is done. Your scene is done.
Oh yeah.
Well, one of them in regards to the first scene of you in the beginning of the movie, the injury. Yeah. The matter of fact, the last thing in that scene is, ooh, I hope his mama ain't watching.
Yeah, that's funny. People, y'all don't understand. Doing acting stuff is not. They make it look easy on TV.
Yeah,
they really do.
Absolutely.
To get in the character, you really got to get in the character.
I messed Red up though.
And I like to think I'm more outgoing, but I mean, she did a good job.
My girl, she be mad sometimes. She'll be like, "You asshole." I'm like, "Why?" I can't even watch a fucking movie no more without breaking it down. I've seen 4 things right now that I would.
yeah, that's one thing about it, because you know all that
that's
shit.
That's a bad shot, right? That's a bad cut.
Yeah. That's funny because you can't help but critique.
Yeah.
You know, that's like when you doing seeing a comedy.
Yeah.
On a cruise ship or wherever, like, man, I would have did this or that.
Yeah.
But you know, it's not jealousy. It's just
it's
just like, ooh.
You can't help it. Like
I like when my friends have success. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, absolutely.
I love that. I don't get.
I want for my brother what I want for myself, and I've always been like that. I think it takes I like to share it. I like to do it with a group, and but unfortunately, I find myself doing shit by myself because people aren't dependable.
That's funny. I've always been like that, man.
Yep.
Especially when it comes
I've been
to
like that by force,
Yeah.
because people aren't dependable. Period.
I've been like that because there was nobody around to really to click with when I was started.
Well, it's being that by osmosis now too, because other than you, I'm not around any other creatives.
Yeah.
And that kind of sucks, and I can feel it.
That's just right now.
Yeah, that's just right now. But right now it seems like fucking forever because post-production takes fucking forever.
Of course it
you
does.
gain weight and you depressed and I got about 2 more months of this shit.
Tell sad ass stories.
I got 2 more months to be sad and shit so I can show the trailers to the shit and actually show the trailers to the people that are going to help with our distribution deal, our overall deal, our new deal. Which would be different from the other ones that we had.
You still getting good feedback from the other projects, correct?
Yeah, we make we get a little change every month from our works, and but this is a different type of
totally
deal.
different.
Yeah, different type of
Is
deal.
this straight comedy? Boom.
Well, it's a different deal that we're gonna get in regards to
you're
distribution.
talking about you're talking about.
It's gonna be a bigger, Netflix.
Broader
the whole
range.
gamut,
Yeah, I got you.
Hopefully theaters, this, that, the third, and more money. So because it's a better project, it's funny. So I feel like we have a winning lottery ticket.
Can't cash it in.
Just can't cash it in yet right now. It's exciting. So I don't really stress anymore because I've seen the whole flick. When I showed y'all the car scene with two in the car, every time we show that, and now it's got a little bit of music on there, whatever, and people, all the marks are there, and then the final response is when he said what he said at the end.
Mm-hmm.
All Mac laughing like that. That's funny. The guy that was one of the guys that was in that scene was at the house last weekend, and he's just grinning from ear to ear like. Then he asked about, so what should I put on my reel? I said, man, if that was my scene right there, that'd be the first thing pop up on my reel.
Mm-hmm.
Bink, that scene, that's the perfect reel for any actor. So them two.
You're talking about is real for people. Oh,
yeah,
let me see what your work.
Yeah,
let me see your work.
Yeah. For them two, they're gonna have the best reel ever. It's that car scene. It's got a little humor in it. It's a pivotal moment. You can see change within both characters, all that shit.
The thing about acting, man, I mean, people try to, dive into that. It's cool. It depends on what your goal is being acting. But some people, I think, you got to have that certain. Can you walk into a room and have all that attention on you? I have no problem with that. I like working in a room. That's just my style. But when it comes to acting, I'm not used to that. I'm not used to, boom, getting into character. I play me. With that, I played me. I play somebody else? You know what I'm saying? That's what the challenge.
I allowed it to just be you. There was no really,
you know what I'm saying though.
Just be you.
Somebody like, let's say, one of Jamie Foxx movies. Like he's played Boudini Brown. That's getting to a character.
Right.
You know how tough that would be. People. They don't really give enough credit to these actors and actresses when it comes to entertaining and what have you.
No, they don't give enough credit to them. They don't give enough credit to the motherfucker who wrote this shit.
See, there you go again. You putting a spin to it. You're looking behind the scenes.
Just like the stunt people. I think Meryl Streep was just saying she wants the stunt people to be able to be eligible for Oscars. I agree.
They should be. I was surprised they haven't. I thought that was one of those Oscars they don't.
Best stunt. I thought it was too, but
they put their life on the line.
Right.
Unless Tom Cruise. I mean,
writers get credit too, but they don't get credit like I think they should in regards to, because without that writer, that movie wouldn't.
Let's stay on the stunt for a second. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I always thought they had something for that.
I thought so too.
They got it for key grip.
But
fucking that thing.
Oscar for best key grip. But like those behind the scenes, some of those like doing that stuff we was in there doing, setting up before we shot here. Those people,
They make it happen.
They make it happen.
Because the actors
They getting paid for it, but man, if they didn't do it, it wouldn't happen.
They getting paid for it though.
They get paid for it, but if they didn't do it,
that's the key.
If they didn't do it correctly,
yeah. But once again, they getting paid for it, and they probably getting paid handsomely.
Oh, they get it's legal.
I wouldn't mind being behind the scenes.
Oh, you get paid.
Yeah.
There's nobody want to be behind the scenes, but you get paid behind
Even
the
being
scenes.
a writer, like you saying, like you know, with like Chappelle, when he had Neil. Neil was never in the forefront. He was every now and again. He said, "It's my friend Neil," but he was a writer.
Yeah.
He's not in the forefront now.
But the cream rises to the top. I believe it rises to the top because I mean, you do something for so long, you're gonna be an expert at it at some point. And this movie was written 20-something years ago, so it was taken through all the critiques and this, that, and the third. And Hollywood, it had a deal once before, so it been through all that. It was seasoned. Not nothing that's like you just writing in the last 5 years, do whatever. So that's why it felt different even during the live read. You know what we just found the other day? I showed Kristen, she was tripping the fuck out. She was looking like, wow, is the original read to that movie from 2008.
Really?
Yeah, with a whole different cast around it, around the table. We tried to do it in 2008, and our cameraman didn't show up after day 2 because he said we was trying. You could hear him on set when we was working. He was like, "Oh, these niggas trying to be professional," and he didn't show up next day.
I remember you telling
Shut
me
our
that.
movie, shut our shit down. So I found that original audition.
You never found him and choked him out?
No, I don't.
Stopped the whole project.
Yeah, he started. He was a friend of one of the people that was working with us, so I really didn't know him. But yeah, he shot. And me and Dwayne, my partner out of LA, we heard him say it out loud. He was like, man, he was saying it to somebody else. Man, these niggas trying to be professional.
I mean, why would someone do that?
Right. I never heard no shit like that. And he didn't show up the next day. And so with that original, that shit is crazy because we did it.
But it's a blessing.
10 years later.
You probably have of course, you had the idea 20 years ago, but would you have did it the same way in 2008 as you did now?
Nope.
Exactly.
Nope.
What's the difference?
The
of course,
talent.
the actors.
The talent.
Okay.
Oh my God, the talent. And so I looked at it the other day, was like, man, I'm glad it didn't work out.
See?
Because the talent we got compared to that, oh my God.
See, things that don't happen for a reason.
Right. The talent and the quality, second to none.
It's the technology as well,
Yeah. Yeah, technology, because we was using back then was different from what we're using now.
Like, roll them.
It was digital. No, well, it was digital tape. It was still digital, but it was on tape. But right now, it's it's a file. Goddamn it, it's data.
Yeah.
But it was mini DV back then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the talent just. And those have been some of the mistakes in past projects. It's just been using too many people who weren't good at the job.
They're not committed, too.
Not committed, but that wasn't their forte in regards to, some behind the scenes stuff. So and getting better in each project, certain positions couldn't be compromised. Had to pay somebody who knew what the fuck they was doing here, here, and here. Bam. And it shows. So
sometimes you got to get that professional.
Yeah.
Pay them professional.
Yeah. Sometimes you
get what you pay for.
Get what you don't pay for. Sometimes.
Exactly. You got to start at 8. They show up at 8:35. No, time is money when it comes.
Why
to
you so harsh? Why you just fire them? Because
you don't understand.
You don't understand. I can't. No.
I understand that part. I may not be able to. I may not be able to golf good, but I look like I can.
Right.
Shit, you know what to do.
Time is money.
I may not be the best actor, but I'm gonna show the hell up on time.
Yeah, you got to, man. You can lose some light, lose all kind of shit come into play. All kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean that's a impressive knowledge that you have as far as editing and all that. I say that all the time, man. To have coming on your 5th one under your belt, that's impressive. So I ain't kissing your ass or nothing. I'm just saying.
I don't feel like that. I feel like I'm
a good,
agreeing with you. Like, God
that's a hell of a resume.
Well, in my head, while you're saying that, I'm like, he ain't got a clue.
No, I don't, because you the one editing this
right.
shit. So
he has no idea.
It's all good. It's all good. Damn, your voice in your head that damn deep.
Oh yeah, that's one thing that he ain't got a clue.
Shit. Man. Let me get up out of here, man. So anyway, we touched up on a few things this week. Got me stuttering a lot. It's been a weird week, man. We didn't really have too much positive news to talk about. We don't want to talk about too much negative stuff because you can't do no jest to it. But we somehow seem to do that in every aspect.
That's what comics do, man. That's what we're here for.
That's what we do. But, we still keep it funky. We got to keep everything 100% because if it ain't liking what's happening, we got to tell it out. But we try to keep it on the level as well. I have a little bit more kinder heart and I think my man over there, he's like, man, hey, fuck that.
Fuck that.
So I try to keep it funky and try to keep it.
Motherfucker. I don't give a fuck.
I try to keep it a little bit.
My daddy was a pimp. He was violent. Fuck that. My mom was the docile one. A little bit of that mix. I'm like the Wonder Twins in my brain.
Damn, and they activating like a motherfucker.
Like a mother.
All right. Damn, I'm going to be Aquaman to swim the fucking waves. That's funny. Anyway, man, it was cool talking to you.
I don't like to see injustice.
No, me either, man. None of us do, man. So this is therapeutic. We talk about it, but we got to have a plan as well to move forward amicably, whether it be a conversation with someone that's ignorant or what have you. But just got to keep a conversation going and make sure we do say things that could put a change in somebody's head, in somebody's thought process.
Because I got kids and grandkids.
Exactly. You want them to be a little bit lighter. I mean,
surviving this motherfucker.
Dan Le Batard, he did say something that really struck home. He was like, you know what? Jim Brown, although he loves Trump, he was talking about how Jim Brown and all these older athletes that was going around in the 60s fighting for civil rights and all this, it's the same thing that's happening still in 2019, and they're probably going to see their last Christmas in the next couple of years, and they ain't seen no change.
But Jim Brown,
I just used him.
Side of history.
I just used him as.
I don't think Jim Brown know where he was at when he was in the White House. he
was just sitting there.
They was like, this is Trump's office.
Well,
what the fuck is Trump's office? Yeah. I thought you said we was on
I thought I was about to play again. I thought Art Rooney was here.
I thought you said we was at Rump Stadium.
No, I just said Jim Brown because he was back with one, with
Original Gangsters. Yeah. He was. I just saw I'm gonna get you sucker movie label today and shit.
I'm gonna get you sucker.
I just saw the label to that today.
That with the Wayans?
Yeah. Jim Brown was in that shit.
He sure was. Oh, messing with my bunions.
Right. I watched that shit today just because of that. That was a classic.
Isaac Hayes is in there. Oh, man.
If you step on my bunions, I'm gonna shoot you.
That was a classic. That was a good Wayans movie. I ain't into the white chicks movie they making. Man.
They making another one.
I know that's stupid. I don't
know. I like white chicks.
I don't, man. Can you imagine? I always say that. Can you imagine somebody made black chicks and put their face in black?
Oh, right.
Come on now. We don't like that, so why we do it? That shit ain't funny to me. And it's stupid.
I like it.
I like their talent.
We do it because we
it's
can.
Cool. I know, man, but that shit ain't right. You can't have a double standard on that.
But we were supposed to believe.
Seen it. I never watched it.
But we were supposed to believe that they were indistinguishable between, and because I think part of it was at the time the makeup effects capabilities. So it was up to our imagination to buy.
You sound like somebody. Defending Trump's bullshit.
No,
stop playing.
I'm a filmmaker. I'm trying to give you another perspective. At the time,
I'm still gonna think the same. I think it's stupid. I just see two.
Okay, so if it was on some Mission Impossible, if that makeup effect then was on some Mission Impossible shit. Back then, they did it like a Mission Impossible, where it was a white motherfucker that you was looking at. That's
totally different, man.
Instead of the way that they did it.
Totally different. This is a movie called White Chicks.
Right. But the way they did it prosthetically, if they had done it different.
Movie called White Chicks.
Right. They was looking like white chicks, but they did the makeup different. Would you have a different opinion?
This is a movie called White Chicks.
If it was called Black Chicks, they was doing the opposite. We'd be upset. Okay, well, that was a great show.
That's why you gotta stop. That's why you gotta stop at. Man, I'm not hating on the Wayans. I think they're very funny. I'm gonna get you, sucker. That was a brother. But I mean, I think Keenan produced and directed this one. I'm pretty sure
They just brought him on to run a show.
Their family's real close though. I love.
I love them. I know.
They're cool, but I just thought that wasn't a good choice.
They just invited Keenan to run a show that's second season, third season, something like that. I can't remember what it was, but
America's Got Talent or something.
No,
it's a comedy
I can't
show.
remember. It's a comedy show, definitely.
Okay.
I can't remember what it is.
No, he was a judge on one of them before, and him and Roseanne. I can't remember what it was though.
Oh, they were going to be a judge on Last Comic Standing, but they left.
That's what it was. Last Comic Standing.
Yeah, they left because they weren't doing.
You ever try to do shit like that?
I see. I have a beef with Last Comic Standing. I have a beef with it because that was my show. I pitched that show 6 months before it came to television. Dwayne had a meeting with one of the people that did what's the other show? The singing one, the original singing. Everybody vote.
Oh. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so he had a meeting with that cat.
Idol.
Yeah, American Idol. I was like, hey man, you should pitch to him a music version of American Idol. He was like, you know what, I will.
Music version. You mean the comedy version?
I'm sorry, comic version of American Idol. He was like, man, that's a good idea. I'm gonna do that. 6 months later, that shit came on TV. I was mad in a bit. They didn't do it like I wanted to do it because they was using motherfuckers that was already established and had managers. I remember the first season, 5 of the people had the same fucking manager. I'm not talking about people like that.
You want somebody that's
us, road comics who out there doing it. That's what the comics.
That's how they want it. Anyway.
Right, but
it wasn't what you know.
Right. And because I remember working with Ralphie May, and Ralphie May was saying he didn't even have to like do a real audition. Jay Moore called him. Was like, hey man, come on, and invite him to the crib. He was in Hawaii at the time. He was like, Jay used to crash on his couch while he was on tour and shit. Like, that's how he got on the fucking show. Like, oh, you know, like, so it wasn't supposed to be like that. It wasn't supposed to be no celebrity shit. It's supposed to be motherfuckers that's really out there doing it, whatever. But so I have a beef with that show because I literally pitched that show 6 months for that motherfucker to hit the air, man. And that's why I don't watch Comedy Central. That's why I was talking to somebody last night.
You still mad, huh?
Oh yeah, I don't. At some point, you have to leave it to parallel thinking,
right? Because
I see a lot of my shit pop up on TV. And at some point, I was thinking like, because I started in Hollywood, so it's like I pitched a lot of shit. Maybe one of them execs or one of them writers that got their shot and started pitching my shit, and here and there, bam, 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 shit is popping up. Because I got the original script to Empire, goddammit. It's a comedic take, but I have the original script.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
You always leave this show in suspense,
I
man.
can prove some shit.
Kill me.
That's
man.
the thing about my shit. I can prove it.
I know. I bet you can. We're going to go ahead and leave it at that. We're going to pick this shit up.
We digress.
No.
We ended like 10 minutes ago.
We did. I know, but we kept talking. That's how it is. That's how we do. But anyway, we appreciate the listening. To Just a Thought. We got stuff uploaded on my Facebook page. We still have it on SoundCloud, I believe.
YouTube be updated in another couple weeks.
Yeah, Sister Zandra, she's Chicago. She said she should have been on the number 14 one. We was talking about school, not school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got her down. I got her down as a guest.
We can do another school day.
Yeah, I got her down as a guest. I got to get her here and get her in the chair and pick her brain.
Absolutely.
We taking a hiatus on guests right now. We just trying to figure out some things. That's why I ain't had a guest.
But that school teacher thing, I like that.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. She's not a school teacher. She's just a smart sister that has a good input.
Okay.
She's something else. She likes eating people's burritos when they went to the bathroom. I used to work with her. Took a big ass bite out of my burrito. I got back. I was mad as a motherfucker. Yeah, you damn right. I'm gonna get in here and we're gonna talk about that shit. She all right though. Good sister. I like having people on here that has good insight to topics that's happening today in this world, because it's always gonna be just a thought. I'm Fred Potter.
This is Amaru.
We out of here. Deuces.
Peace.